It's a blessing that we have so many followers. It's been humbling and an honor to be here and realize that people already know about my husband's beer. He has a love for making beer and making different kinds of beer that people aren't making anymore. I think that part of the reason why he has such a large following is that he brewed homebrew and competitions, and he brewed with Cigar City Brewing in Tampa, and he brewed with Greg Cook and Stone, all before we opened the brewery. So he had a history of his beer for 7-8 years as a hobby before we opened. So he already had people who knew about him, heard about him. It's funny because even when we were getting ready to open the brewery, we weren't going to name it J. Wakefield Brewing. We had a different name in mind, but everyone said, no, you can't change. Everyone's known you as Wakefield. So we had to keep the name, J. Wakefield Brewing, because he already had, a following. It's wonderful to see how many people love his beer, and it's really exciting. It's very cool. So it's funny you say that, because I think if you ask the local people, he's known for both. He does the sours, and he also does the imperial stouts, the barrel-aged stouts, the bigger beers. But it's true, he did start with the Berliners. I'll never forget it. It was probably 6-7 years ago. He did DFPF, the Dragon Fruit Passion Fruit Berliner Weiss, for Hunapoo Day at Cigar City, and everyone wanted to drink the pink beer. It was, I want the pink beer, So again, it was kind of, no one was making Berliner Weisses, and a lot of people were doing stouts and bigger beers like Cigar City. So, do something different, and something he knew he did well. So, it's interesting. I wasn't a beer drinker before all this. I liked wine, so I was so happy to come here. It's such great wine. I didn't realize that IPAs were big here like they are back home. I'm not a big IPA person myself. My husband, the brewer, loves it. But I definitely tried Hammer and there was a few others that I tried their IPAs, and it's really good. I mean, the beer is really good. To me, in my mind, I always thought of Italy as more wine, so it's interesting to see all the styles of beers and how it's growing, the craft beer like us. It's something that's really changing, and I know that my husband is super excited to collaborate with some of the locals and be able to do stuff together and continue to grow the craft community and do different things and open the doors.